Okay, it's recording. Hello, everyone. We thought we would do a Q&A to show you guys a little bit of who we are, why we're doing this, and basically a background on Afterlife Asylum. So,
Drink your milk.
it's not milk, it is water. Anybody who knows what flow water is, you know what? I drink this shit every day. If you could sponsor us, that'd be great. So, anyways, let's get down to these questions. Influences. There's so many. We got Slipknot. There's early Metallica. There's the early Slayer. There's Pantera.
Slaughter to Prevail.
Slaughter to Prevail. Oh yeah, shout out to Slaughter to
Meshuggah.
Prevail. Sugar. Rings of Saturn.
Yeah.
Um, Sabbath, Zeppelin, Floyd, Kiss, even Soulfly. I know that was kind of out of the ballpark. Deftones,
Deftones.
early Sevenfold. There's I'm yeah, Suicide Silence. Yeah, yeah. To all the new haters out there, yes, we still like everything they put out. So yeah, whatever. When did Afterlife Asylum start? Afterlife Asylum started as a jam cover band with our buddy Josh, and we didn't have any intentions nor a band name at the time.
What year was that?
What, 2010? Was that 2010?
Was it 2010?
Late 2010, because I moved. Remember, I moved to the boonies
Oh yeah.
and I had the drum
Staples.
set. Yep.
2010.
2010, and then it drifted off into a two-piece later on that year because our buddy had moved for foreign exchange student. Oh, not foreign exchange, more so college,
Yeah,
like a college thing or whatever.
Who was schooling?
Yeah, we're still good buddies with him, but we just you know just turned two paths and that's all. But yeah, that's how it really started. And then we made our first couple demos in that first house in 2012. We got our first little recorder. That thing was ghetto, and it was a one track. I still have it.
Still got it. Somewhere.
Yeah, I still know where it is too. It's all the way back there. I mean, this is the studio, by the way. The drums are right here, and guitars, shit's over there. But yeah, we basically started late 2010, early 2011. Started doing demos in 2012, and yeah, started joining other little bands here and there in between, and it kind of got like the band on the back burner a little bit. And then once we really put our minds to just Afterlife Asylum, that's when our EP came out. And we started recording it in 2018 and got it out in June of 19. And yeah, that's basically a little history trivia on us.
Next question.
Oh yeah, by the way, we've known each other since like kindergarten. Nah, yeah, probably kindergarten,
Yep.
grade 1.
Yeah.
What was the first song you guys learned, and what was the first song you guys jammed as a band? Oh shit. Probably something by Billy Talent.
Yeah, first song I learned, on guitar, was Fallen Leaves on acoustic.
And you were like what, 15? 14?
Yeah, I'd say 14.
I started playing drums when I was 10. The first song I learned was Brain Stew, Green Day. But when I started jamming with him and our buddy, I was already a step ahead, so I had to be like, okay, now we're playing Billy Talent, where I was already playing Slipknot and all that fun stuff. So, but
a couple steps back.
Yeah, and then it drifted into what it is now. But yeah, that was really it. We started off easy, like anybody else would. You're not just gonna get behind a guitar and start fucking shredding Pantera, or you gotta work your way up. So yeah, that was really it. And
What was the first song we jammed?
first song we jammed, I don't remember. Do you remember? I don't remember.
I mean, yeah, it had to have been Billy Talent.
It was probably River Below.
Yeah.
I would say River Below. I'm not 100%, but I'd say River Below, Billy Talent.
Because I know technically, like one of the first songs we jammed would have been with me on bass and Josh on guitar.
Mm-hmm.
So technically, yeah, it'd probably be River Below.
Yeah, and that was his favorite band too, so he knew all those Billy Talent songs.
We did a lot of Billy Talent.
Will you guys continue making EPs, or will there be a full-length album in the works?
Never.
We have a plan for this EP coming up, and another one, and then maybe a full-length after.
Yeah, maybe get it out by the end of the year.
Yeah, we're hoping. But yeah, we're hoping for altogether 3 EPs.
Yeah, so after this one, we got one more EP.
Yeah.
And then we'll start working on the first full album.
Yes. So this is kind of like a taste of everything in threes, like breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and then yeah, you can get the full course after that. Favorite fast food? Okay. You go first with that one.
I mean,
I got 3. I can't choose.
Oh, you got 3.
I got 3. I can't choose between those 3.
Fast food. Well, I mean, what is fast food?
Okay, my 3 choices are Taco Bell, Arby's, and Wendy's.
Because I mean, nowadays you can get like the keg to go.
Yeah, but I wouldn't consider the keg. I'd consider, all the drive-throughs, really. Except for Subway is fast food, but that's not a drive-through place. Yeah, I've never seen that. Mr. 3 cheeseburgers from McDonald's.
Hey, I was hungry and I was going that way. And I'd probably have to say Wendy's.
Wendy's makes
Baconator.
legitimate burgers, though.
Baconator.
I like Wendy's.
Best burger for trips.
Mm-hmm.
Next question.
What gear are you both working with in the studio?
Oh God. Yeah, what gear do you have?
So I'm using. I've had this drum set for a number of years, and I still have a hard time. It's Gretsch. Gretsch drum sets with I got a black pearl snare. I got a black pearl floor tom with Evan heads. I love using Evan's heads. I think they have like the best. They give the best sound when it comes to like toms and shit. I have solar hi-hat cymbals. I have a pasty cymbal for my crash, and I have another pasty crash as well. Sabian China and a Sabian ride.
Remember what kind of drum mics we have there?
And my drum mics are Badex with Badex with an X at the end. I've been using those since last summer. I got them. I got them as a birthday gift actually because I was saving up, and my wonderful girlfriend got them for me. So yeah, and I'm using also for double bass. I'm using Mapex double bass. Never really ran into problems with that ever since I got them. It was around the time we were just finishing the recording for the first EP, and they never really shit on me, so I'm happy about that. So I got that out of the way. Now, Brad, why don't you tell them your gear?
Well, main guitar I'm using right now is an Agile 10-string, Ernie Ball strings. I usually use 4 bass strings for the bottom 4, and then usually maybe heavy bottom, skinny top, 6 set for the top 6 strings. Pedal board, I don't have it here. Can't confirm distortion pedal, but I use a Boss noise gate, Dimebag wah pedal, using on the album right now. Just pretty much been sticking with just the distortion and wah. And that, well, cab-wise, I got Marshall, line 6 head, Marshall cab. But usually for live shows, I use the Mesa cab and a little orange micro head.
Yeah.
And that's about it for recording. We usually use this mixing board, which is sitting right behind the laptop right now.
Yeah.
Is it Behringer? Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, and
12 channel.
with software we use Reaper, Reaper 64. Been working with that since early 2018, and yeah, that's really all we can really say for like the depths of what we use in the studio and a little in what we do live shows, which we haven't done since the summer of 2019 because the world just has to be the way it is. So yeah,
It's always changing too. We always get new gear in.
oh of course, yeah, the little bit of money we have
to get
is
new gear.
yeah. Speaking of that, do you have any shows booked for the future after the lockdown? We were actually supposed to do a festival in June of 20. June 2020. But of course, that pooped on not only us but for everybody else that was supposed to play. It got boosted to this year's June, which it's probably not gonna happen again because we're already kind of in June. So yeah, that was really booked for that. There was a few other little things I was looking into, like February of last year, but nothing was really set. And then yeah, so there was only so much we could do before this happened, but it gave us plenty of time to kind of chill and really write more. Like with this CP and the next one, like it's pretty much a collection of songs that we wrote back when we were like 16, 17, 18. Like music wise, we usually change the lyrics because
Yeah, we kind of rework them, and
yeah,
sometimes they stay pretty close to the original.
yeah,
But sometimes we just splice them together.
yeah. But
use certain parts.
yeah,
So it works.
that's it for the show's question. That drifted off into another topic for a little bit.
Hopefully, we'll be able to start doing live shows soon.
I'm dying for it. I'm dying for it. Favorite movies? I got about 5.
Ooh, he's got 5.
Yeah.
5.
Number 1's The Shining. I love that movie. There's nothing better than Jack Nicholson going fucking ape shit on his family. Second one is a similar. It's very similar plot. Toy Story. I love that movie. House of 1,000 Corpses. I've never seen a fucking movie like that in my life. I think Rob Zombie outdid himself on that one. A lot of people hate that movie. I love that movie. Watch that movie and tell me you've seen a movie like that. Like, you never have. Oh boy. The Exorcist. And I don't know about a 5th one, so I should just kind of drift off into that.
Oh, well, I mean, Shining and Exorcist are big favorites of mine. The Thing. That's a good one.
Mm-hmm. Love that movie.
What else? There's tons of movie posters in here.
I know.
I haven't really sat down and watched a movie in a long time.
If I had to say a 5th one though, it would be Pineapple Express. Like that's probably
that's
Rogan and Franco in their prime. I love that movie. Reminds me of high school.
All right, next question.
All right, let's get back to music questions. Let's see. On your social media, you guys posted that you guys were working on a music video for Lifeless Revenge about 2 years ago. Will that ever be released?
Yes, it will.
It will, but
Take a little while.
it's gonna take. there's a big question mark on that because we were filming that with a buddy of ours. It was gonna be like kind of like a short movie, in a sense. We had a lot of footage of that filmed for the film part, not the music part. Like, I'm not gonna give much away because there's a really good chance, like we said, that it will be released. But
we have that section of footage done. There's just like the actual performing scenes, which we still have to film, unless we go a different way with this music video. But I mean, we have some footage, and it will be coming out. Probably not for a little while though.
yeah,
It'll take a little while. We gotta focus on this EP first.
yeah, because our buddy, he had moved away. He'd moved about 6-ish hours away from us, like right after we needed everything. So we were like, kind of forcing him, like, don't leave, we need you for this one last scene, please. And he's like, I already got like that, like I'm already moved, like I already told the dude I'm moving this day and that day. And we were trying to like get him in any shot we could. But I think we got everything for the most part for him anyway. And you know, all the blood, guts, and gore and all that crap. But yeah, we're hoping for that. And yeah, we just need to put a little bit more effort and elbow grease.
Just time, really.
And time. That's a big one too. But yeah, Lifeless Revenge.
Fun.
Look for that whenever we announce it. But more music videos other than that too. Favorite song to play live?
So many fun ones.
Our
little outro thing doesn't count.
What, like OD?
Yeah.
I mean, OD is great. I love that song. But I don't know. There's two. Lifeless Revenge and No Talk Just Death. I love Lifeless Revenge just because there's a simple fact of like that was like our first song we ever wrote as a band, and the energy just brings me back to back in the day. And No Talk Just Death, I love the speed and I love the energy with that, and I've seen people mosh to that song, so that's a good one for me.
Yeah, Lifeless is a good original. Like playing that one. I'm gonna have to say my favorite is new song. It's on our next EP. It's
That's a good one. I just read his mind.
Yep.
I already know what it is.
You know which one it is.
Yeah. Also, the end of Anti-Social Media, that breakdown. I want to crush skulls while I do that, but I can't.
Yeah.
But yeah. Yeah, I love playing those songs. I love playing all of our songs, if you want me to be honest. Like, OD's like kind of like our freestyle. Like, we've never played the same version of that song live. Every time we play that song live, it's different every time. Cheddar or mozzarella?
Why?
Mozzarella.
Why?
Mozzarella, hands down. Pizza mozzarella.
Cheddar. Very sharp cheddar.
Cheddar on my sub. If I go to Subway, I'm getting cheddar on there. What made you guys want to be independent? And are you planning to make Slaughter Noise Records expand?
Define expand.
Well, what made us independent was because, like, not the fact that we're such a big band anyway. Like, we're like fucking like the tiniest speck in
just
like,
starting out.
and anything. Yeah, we're kind of just still starting out, even though we've kind of been a band for like almost 10 years. But I mean, like, all in all, like, I wouldn't want to be stuck in a record label where they're like taking like most of the money anyway. Like, and plus, like, I'm sure if we were doing this like 20-30 years ago, like, it would be a lot different to sign to a label, where now there's like anybody can just put out music on the internet and get known and still be independent. And I listen to a lot of independent artists, and they've made it huge. But that's,
I mean, yeah, nowadays it's a lot easier to kind of do stuff on your own.
Yeah.
I mean, equipment, yeah, you can usually get some. I mean, not, of course, as high quality as you'd find in a studio, but you can get pretty close.
Yeah.
Depending on how much money you're willing to put out, but.
Mm-hmm. But yeah,
we've been doing pretty well here. Got a good amount of equipment.
Yeah, and like we were, like with the first EP, like nobody knew who we were except for our friends and family, and the fact that um, that I was able to just like the wonders of social media can do this. Like I was able to just go on Facebook one day in April or March of 2018 and see, oh, Waylon from Mushroom Heads live. And I was like, okay, like, and I just commented, like, whatever, like, oh, I'd love for you to do a song with my band or whatever, not thinking that he'd even read twice about that because there's like 2,000 other comments on there, but he actually took the time to say, yeah, I would, Jordan, and all that shit. And so I'm like, oh shit, he shouted me out, cool. I'm like, but he's probably just saying that to butter me up. Then he emails me, no, I mean Facebook direct me or whatever, and then asked for my number, and then turned into whatever, and yeah, like that's the word on social media can really stretch far if you really want it to, anyway. But yeah, and expand Slaughter Noise Records. I mean, like Slaughter Noise became like it was originally supposed to be another band I wanted to do with some buddies from high school that didn't turn into really anything, but I wanted to be a record label because that just I don't know, the name sounds more fitting to be a record label than a band in my opinion. But expand it like with other bands, like I don't know. If we ever get bigger than what we expect, then maybe.
See what happens.
We'll see what happens. But yeah, uh, we're just trying to keep the pace that we're going at now. That's all. One person you'd like to collab on a song with? One person?
Just one.
Just one?
Just one.
I would love to have. For the sake of how not so much of how big he is, but just how big of an influence he has been uh, lyrically and vocally and just musically in general. I'd say I would love to have Corey Taylor on a song.
Yeah, me too. But
I knew that you were gonna agree.
I've been listening to a lot of Slaughter to Prevail recently.
Yeah. Alex,
so
he's the man.
Alex from Slaughter to Prevail.
Alex. And well, I'm like looking at these posters right here, and I'm like, oh fuck, Randy from Lamb of God, and you got Phil Bozeman from Whitechapel, and you got Mitch Lucker. Well, he's dead, but still, like, that question doesn't qualify for anything, right? And Chino and.
Love to have anybody on.
Yeah. I could get into deep detail about other genres too, because
Make a whole list.
Yeah, I can make a whole video and just talk about that. 5 bands you'd love to tour with, still together or split up. Well, for me, it'd be Slipknot. Since it said together or split up, there'd be Slipknot, Pantera, uh, Slipknot, Pantera, Sabbath with Ozzy. Actually, half Ozzy, half Dio. And Whitechapel and Misfits with Glenn Danzig.
And I'm gonna have to go with Slipknot, Pantera, Whitechapel. 2 more. Lamb of God.
Lovely guys.
And Suicide Silence.
Yep. See, you name those 2, and I'm like, fucking should have said those, but oh well. First instrument you guys learned. Why don't you answer that first?
Well, first one I learned was piano.
You were like 4, right? You were like 4 or 5. You were young.
Yeah, I started taking lessons. I was like maybe probably 5 or 6 years old.
Yep.
Took them for a few years.
I got this little blue acoustic guitar when I was like 8, but did I learn it? No. Did I fiddle around with it? Yeah. When I really, I
Same,
learned.
same, same,
I
same.
did learn drums. That was the first thing I learned, but it was all by mistake because I'm not gonna mention any names or nothing because that's just not where it goes. But I was taking drum lessons from this dude, and I wanted to learn guitar and just the basics of drums because he was a drummer, but he said he knew guitar. Long story short, he did not know guitar. He just knew drums, and he taught me drums, and that is that. So yeah, uh,
Drummer.
I am a drummer now, and you know what? I'm happy that he did that because, or else I would not be the person I am today. Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat? What are you high? Mortal Kombat any day. Scorpion, Cabal. Who writes the lyrics? We both do.
It's a group effort.
Yeah, since day one, since our first song, Lifeless Revenge, we were in high school. We went to separate high schools. We met at grade school. But anyways, we were in like grade 12, and he had a book of just these lyrics, and he left it at my house. He would spend like weekends at my house, and then like he left the booklet there, and he's like, "Do what you want, like try to write something or take the song and do what you want." And what I did was I took a verse that he wrote out of one of the whole songs, and then I took the energy from that, wrote the second verse, wrote the chorus, and that's how we almost do all the songwriting. 95% of the songs are written by us. There's a little bit on the first EP where it's just him, but yeah,
Yeah.
I think so, right?
Yeah. Pretty much.
Or did you write a lot of them?
I'm remembering a completely original song in particular, but yeah, it was mostly group effort.
Yeah. What's it like being in your local music scene? Honestly, when you're in that camaraderie and you're doing live shows and you got your local bands that are egging you on, cheering you on, and stuff like that, and like there's nothing better than like being loved, and you don't have that weight on your shoulders when you walk into a venue with your gear and you're like, oh fuck, like I gotta step my game up. No, it should never be like that, and it's never like that at all.
Fun.
Like it's always just fun, and like if you don't know the band that's playing, like 90% of the time you go up to them and they treat you like like they've known you forever. Like
Everyone's just having a good time.
yeah, like
Make music.
yeah, like honestly, I've never had a bad experience with really any band that we've really
No,
shared the stage with. Really,
it's always fun going to a new place.
yeah, like we're from the Windsor Harrow scene, right? So like well, I can't say Harrow. There is no scene in Harrow. And
Usually, the farther you got to go, the more fun it is.
yeah, like we've done some shows in Oshawa, and when you're completely blind and you have no idea, like the people in the crowd and the bands you're playing with, it's a whole other thing because like you kind of know what to expect when you're playing in your hometown, like in a good way. I'm not bashing it by any means, but like like it's the same, like it's that different atmosphere. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah,
So
you show up to a new place, don't know anybody in there. By the time you leave, Made a few new
Yeah,
friends.
exactly. And
No more the bands.
yeah, no more of the bands, and they know who you are, and you know who they are, and before you know it, like you get a call like in the month being like, hey, you want to play with us again, and this day, and hell yeah, like it turns into more than just a show. It turns into a road trip and a vacation if like you make it like that.
Well, it's always a vacation.
Always a vacation. I miss that shit. Last one. Favorite hobby outside of music. This guy over here has like a million of them.
That's a hard question. Outside of music.
What were you doing right before you came here?
Building the desk. I guess recently it's just been building, making stuff.
But you've always been to that though. Even when you were like younger, you'd like make masks and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
So I was like making stuff.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, music. Other than music, pretty much anything.
Yeah.
Anything is fun.
I don't know.
As long as it's not work.
Yeah. Oh my god. Work. No. For the most part, if I'm not either making something like musically, like even with this thing right here, or not with the drum set, or editing, or writing. I like going for a nice walk, especially in this weather. It's just becoming summer. I like popping in the earbuds, going for a walk, grabbing a coffee. Usually doing that with my girlfriend. If she's at work, I'm usually either walking around with this kid or a few other buddies of ours. I like getting outside. Uh, I'm always into reorganizing stuff, especially around in here.
It's all pretty new in here.
Yeah, wasn't usually like that as a person until I got a girlfriend, because before it was the same fucking thing in here, and she like rearranged it and all that. But I like collecting stuff too. I got a big vinyl collection, a bigger CD collection. I mean, we both do in that case. But
you got way more.
yeah, but I don't know if that entitles to that question though, because that is music. I used to skateboard. I messed my feet up pretty bad a couple of years ago. Not from skateboarding, but it kind of took a toll on skateboarding, But yeah. Other than that, I don't know. That's really it. And I'm always into learning new instruments too. Like I picked up a keyboard one day and I fucking just started going at it, and
Over there.
yeah, that's the keyboard right there. And you know, I'm always thinking about music constantly. So like, music's kind of like my life. So it's hard for me to think of a hobby outside of it. I'm always thinking of, oh, at home I'm gonna make this sound, this sound, this sound, and all that shit. And I don't know. I like doing new things too. So, but anyways, that's the last question. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it. And we may do this again if anybody even uh, liked this or whatever. Leave a comment down below. Better yet, leave a comment down below your question if you want to hear it answered and it wasn't asked on here. But yeah, thank you, and be on the lookout for an Afterlife Asylum single coming your way. I'm not going to say when, because we don't even know when. So